I'm not interested in talking about Biden's brain because of what a non-issue it is. But we have to talk about it. It's so funny. It's just so funny. So you guys saw this, right?
And now I want to hand it over to the president of Ukraine, who has as much courage as he has determination. Ladies and gentlemen, President Putin. President Putin. He's going to beat President Putin. President Zelensky. I'm so focused on beating Putin, we got to worry about it. Anyway, Mr. President.
I'm better.
You are a hell of a lot better.
Oh my God. Oh my God. The cringe. Yo, man. Yo. That killed me. That absolutely killed me. You know, George Bush would do a lot of things like this, but not like this. You know what I mean? I still remember George Bush on television. This is monstrous. You can see, look at Zelensky's reaction.
What you're seeing there is a different angle, and you are seeing President Zelensky's reaction to the moment that President Biden mistakenly called him President Putin. And so you're...
Oh my God, it's horrendous. You know, it's funny actually, when you look at Zelensky, he could easily be a Palestinian, you know? Kind of looks Palestinian or Syrian or something. I mean, anyone who's from the Middle East knows someone who looks like this. You know what I mean? Easily. Then Biden goes and does the same thing, but for the VP. Just look, watch.
I wouldn't have picked Vice President Trump to be vice president, but I think she was not qualified to be president. So let's start there. I wouldn't have picked Vice President Trump to be vice president.
Oh no.
But I think she was not qualified to be president.
Oh no. Oh no. Oh no. Oh no. Yeah, I have some bad news about your vice president this evening. I think they've been shot. Oh no. Look at the reaction from his cabinet.
I wouldn't have picked Vice President Trump to be vice president, but I think she was not qualified to be president.
Do you see Blinken looking down? And then over there we have another war criminal, Jake Sullivan, right? The spook. He looks like he wants to cry. Look at them. Oh my God.
I wouldn't have picked Vice President Trump to be vice president, but I think she was not qualified to be president. So let's start there. Number one. The fact is that the consideration is...
He doesn't even correct himself this time.
Vice President Trump to...
There's no correction. He just stopped bothering. Here we've got another great one.
I'm following the advice of my commander-in-chief, the chief of staff of the military, as well as the Secretary of Defense and our intelligence people.
What the?
I'm following the advice of my...
Okay, for those of you who don't get it, I mean, I'm assuming most of you do, but just in case, Commander-in-Chief is, well, it's himself, okay? He's the head of the army, of the armed forces. Here, this one's really great. This was not a gaffe. This was just straight up honesty, you know?
A ceasefire and get those... And by the way, look at the numbers in Israel. I mean, my numbers are better in Israel than they are here. But then again...
Yeah, I'm sure they are. I hear genocide is very popular in Israel. It's a good season to be a genocide Joe in Israel. I know. Okay, this one I don't even know what happened in this one. I don't even know.
Another exam. And by the way, I've laid every bit of the record out. I hadn't hidden a thing.
Oh my God. Look, man, everybody stutters, everybody, fumbles speeches, and public speaking is an art, okay? No one gets it right every time, but this is beyond that. I mean, I don't care about the guy's health issues. I mean, the funny thing is that a lot of these people you have in neoliberal media, who are in the New York Times or who are in CNN or MSNBC, whatever. I mean, they wouldn't even want to, they wouldn't even accept to discuss his health. Do you understand? They all said he's completely fine, he's lucid, everything is ready to go. And do you remember what they said with Bernie Sanders, which was funny because they said Bernie Sanders is too old to be president. That was their argument. when he was running the first time round, maybe even the second time round. Isn't he a tiny bit older than Joe Biden? Whatever his age, even if he's older, that's all the more better because he's definitely more lucid than Biden. So they've destroyed their own argument in any case, right? They seem to have a problem with age or made age a problem with Bernie Sanders just because he was a little bit to the left of the American right-wing politics in the Democratic Party. And now age is not a problem. Lo and behold, you can see here the media now making it an issue. So these are the same exact people now suddenly saying that there is something wrong with him. Don't you find that bizarre? Because it's not like they were saying, well, it exists, but it doesn't matter. They refuse to talk about it. As a matter of fact, if you open this topic, if you try to open this subject, they would pounce on you, and they'd say all sorts of things like, oh, well, this is a fake by the media. He didn't say that. This is Republicans and whatever people trying to make it an issue when it's not. They're trying to distract. And now all of them in unison, in synchronicity, everybody in all of these media establishments, New York Times, CNN, MSNBC, they're all making his age an issue now. They all admit what everybody has been telling them for the last 4 years. I find it incredible. I find it absolutely incredible. And everybody, I mean, no one has spared him. Even Hollywood, they've come out and told him to drop out. You got even Mr. George Clooney here telling him to drop out, right? Jon Stewart as well.
Perhaps this chart could, if I may, sorry, the pen caps are made of Kevlar. Very difficult to. Perhaps this chart will illustrate and illuminate the point more clearly. For instance, in 2022, when we saw Biden give a shout out to Representative Jackie.
Representative Jackie, are you here?
Okay, you already know the joke. She was dead by that time. I mean, it's not a joke. She really was. But you see how you all know how it goes. The media pounce on you. Hollywood is going to jump in sync, and I find it incredible. It's really it's really the biggest knifing since they took out Caesar, was it? It's so funny to watch. It really is funny. And you know what is so funny about it is that it's not even about policy. It's not like, oh my God, you're committing genocide. Now we draw the line here. Or, you're a fascist. You put Julian Assange in prison for 4 years when you liberated him at the last second when you could have done it 3 years ago. You put this man's life at risk. You attack journalists who are, he's in the same profession as us. He's a colleague, and you did that to him. You're a threat to democracy. No. Nothing. As a matter of fact, he's even lauded now by these people while they're attacking him for his age, for his foreign policy, while he's committing genocide. They're even praising him. Look, can you believe it?
So, and I won't go on at length. I will just say, though, you noted that there were some moments of, startlingly impressive command of the issues. This is just my opinion. He is not only strong on foreign policy, he is just fundamentally right on foreign policy in the way that he talks about it. And
wow. Oh, wow. Where do we begin? There's so much to unpack. She really went there, So he's not strong. He's fundamentally right. Fundamentally, I love butchering Arabs and Palestinians. That's what she's trying to say. I just love it. And who is next to her? You see that? You all remember this bitch. She was in the Bush administration. She was a White House spokesperson for the Bush administration, and now she's crept in. I mean, not now. She's been there for years. But you see how they've all migrated. The neoconservatives have all migrated to the Democratic or neoliberal ecosystem, right? This is MSNBC. I mean, it's incredible. Besides, forget their names, forget their faces. If you just look at the substance, what they're saying, like what she just said, that Biden is fundamentally right on foreign policy while he's sanctioning Iran, sanctioning Syria, allowing Israel to bomb Syria and bomb Iran and bomb Palestine, supplying the bombs to the genocide, all of it. She agrees with that. Okay, so you're a neoconservative. Yeah, we get it. We certainly get it. But now they're really pulling the knives out.
This hour, New York Times reporting donors have told the largest pro-Biden super PAC that roughly $90 million in pledges are now frozen if Biden remains at the top of the ticket. But this,
that's just such a perfect encapsulation of American democracy. Drop out or no money. Okay, so it's about the money. But remember, they're a democratic country. they're all about democracy, right? It's all about freedom. But there's no money if you don't drop out. Again, just to be clear, I don't care that they're telling him to drop out. I care about the fact that money controls their politics. You understand? That's the hypocritical and the funny thing here, right? They've got more money in politics than any country on earth. Money in America, money with elections are simply bought. I mean, they're literally bought. You can measure it. So now you've got about 20 senators, various Congress people in the Democratic Party in both houses who are asking Biden to drop out. So it's now Hollywood, the media, the donors, and people in his own party. It's quite heavy. It's not just a few people. It's quite the barrage, the political barrage. Do I feel bad for him? I don't know. Maybe this clip can encapsulate what I'm trying to say. I honestly don't know if that one's real, which is quite concerning and I think really gets my point across. But no, I do not feel bad for Biden. He can go to hell. Here's another one of his gaffes, although I don't know if you can call it a gaffe. It's unbelievable. Listen.
Blunders from an interview earlier this week, something that civic media agreed to as part of the conditions of securing the interview with the president. Now we are watching this backfire. The unedited interview has been released, and just wait until you hear what the president said.
In addition to that, I have more blacks in my administration than any other president, all of the presidents combined, and major positions, cabinet positions. I don't know if they even call for their hanging or not, but they said they're convicted of murder.
Okay, I'm like 60% sure this is fake because I have to believe it's fake because of how outrageous it is. Like I know Biden's like a hardcore racist, it's funny because if you look at every person in the Democratic Party, he's the one person that you could just drop into the Republican Party and you really wouldn't notice the difference. Like he's that Republican, right? Always has been in every decade. But just to reiterate what he said here, he said, I have more blacks in my administration than all of the presidents combined in major positions, cabinet positions. I don't know if they called for them to be hanged or not, but I think they're convicted of murder. What does that mean? I don't know what he's trying to say with that. I really don't know what he's trying to say. Is this like his demented, literally demented version of vote for me or you ain't black? Maybe that's the 2024 version of that. I don't know. I think we'll leave it at that. I think to end this segment with confusion would be the most appropriate thing to talk about Joe Biden's confused mental state.
Again, YouTube demonetized my channel because I'm not allowed to say naughty things about Israel. Telling the truth is forbidden. So if you are able to donate a few dollars on PayPal or on a monthly basis on Patreon, please consider doing it because it would really help me continue my journalism and support independent media. So I'd be very grateful. And the links are in the description and also in the chat. Thank you guys very much again for all your donations and all your kind comments. I appreciate it very much.